Where we discuss everyday family issue. We pick random topic, we deliberate on it. There's a number on the screen +44 744 982 3879 is a number to call to join the program. Once again, welcome. This evening we'll be discussing about the effects of absent fathers. The effects, children, most of them, they live in a home where they are raised only by their mothers due to one reason or the other. And most times you're wondering if there's any effect, if there's any disadvantage or something like that they feel. I think if you want to know what it feels like to be in the shoe of a child of an absent father, if you really want to know what it feels like to be in their shoe, just ask the child what it feels like. It's tough being a child in that situation. Also, you can as well ask those men that wants to be active in their children's life, but due to one reason or the other, they were not able to do that. Ask them how they feel. Ask them what it feels like to not be in your child's life. What it feels like to not be able to help your son or your daughters. What it feels like to be an outsider looking at your child. They're growing. You cannot have access to your children. You cannot get close to them. You cannot even contribute. You cannot be there for them. How does it feel like? If you have someone like that, if you have a friend, if you know someone that has been in that situation, all you need to do is just to ask them, how does it feel like? What does it feel like? Let them explain to you how they feel every day when they cannot be in their children's life, when they cannot be there for them. Ask them. They will tell you how they feel instead of staying outside looking. If you want to know, just ask. If you want to know, ask a teenager that have grown, that doesn't have any father figure. Ask him or her, how do you feel? How do you feel that your father is absent? How do you feel that you don't have any father figure in your life? They will tell you how they felt. They will tell you how it is that they live every day without a father figure. Many times mothers are celebrated mostly due to the love and affection you have for your mother. We celebrate our mothers every time, Mother's Day. She carried you 9 months with when they call that umbilical cord. There's always that relationship between children and their mother, and so on. It looks like as if the connection with your mother is always tight. Do you understand? So the mothers are always being celebrated all the time. When it comes to fathers, some of them don't really put much emphasis. They don't really put much, much time or much meaning into celebrations like Father's Day and so on. As they, how it is, some fathers, they believe that they don't really like to show their emotions. Do you understand what I mean? They don't show their emotions. Because of that, some of them, they hide their emotions. Sometimes they hide it from their kids and their family because of that. So they don't really put much emphasis on that. Understand? So, but like I said, if you watch the flyer, if you watch the thing that I posted with the topic, you will see what I asked. I said, but how can you impregnate a woman after 9 months? She will put to bed. An amazing child, right? And you will look into that child's face. Sometimes you might not look. Depends on the situation. Then your conscience, your mind would allow you abandon that beautiful child. Then I said, Don't be surprised that some people, they do that. Do you understand what I mean? They do that. They will leave their child, just go. They abandon the child. Maybe because maybe they told the lady that they don't want the child. And if you don't abort the child, they're going to leave. Wait, I don't want the child. If you don't abort the child, they will not have anything to do with the child. That's one of it. There are some occasions that fathers, maybe you put it that way, that they will just go. Some people might say that they abandon their child. Some people might say that they are irresponsible. But there are reasons why some of them do that. Sometimes due to work, sometimes due to military engagement, they might be posted somewhere on military duties, yeah? Sometimes due to separation, they're separated from their mother, something like that. They don't live together anymore. Sometimes due to death. Do you get me? The man died or something like that. So because of that, they are not together anymore. Those are the part of the things that might bring that gap, bring that absent, that the man is not visible, he's not there, he's not active in their child's life, something like that. You know, but there are some of them that just leave. They will just go. They will decide that they don't want anything to do with the child. They will just go and leave the relationship. Do you understand what I mean? Just like that. You know, so I don't know. What are the effects? What are you going to say that? What is the effects of absent fathers? What are the effects? What are the things that disadvantages? What are the advantages, or whatever you can say, put it that way? What are the things that the outcome that comes to the child's life when the father is not present, when the father is not active? You understand? You can understand that many women, many mothers, they've done wonders. Many of them have done well to raise their children. They've tried so much to keep up. When the man is not there, they become the father, they become the mother. They make sure that the children, they go to school, they eat, they provide for them. Right? They do that. But if you ask the child, if you look into the child's life, something is always missing. There's something that is missing. Do you understand? And whoever that tells you that the child is not missing something, the person is lying to you. Something is missing. And that's what we're discussing this evening. The line is open. I would like you to call me. The number on the screen, call me and let me know what you think about what we discussed this evening. The effects of absent fathers. The effects. The number is there. +447449823879. Call one. Now the line is open. You can go through once you call. Understand? That is what we're discussing this evening. If you follow mostly in the Western world, here in the West, where if you notice that the number of kids with absent fathers, number of kids where a number of homes, let's put it that way, where the father is not present, the father is not really active in the children's life, is high, especially in the black community. You know, a lot of homes, a lot of children are raised by a single mother, a lot of them. And sometimes, you know, you can say that some of the ladies or some of the mothers or something like that, sometimes it might be their fault. Sometimes when they send the man away because of one or things or the other. Sometimes it's because of the selfish gain. Some people might say because of all the social things and all that. Okay? But all of them have a reason. The man that abandoned the children and leave, the woman that sent the man away, they all have a very tangible reason why they did what they did. They always have something to back up their reasons, back up their behavior, their excuse, of why they behaved that or the way they behaved, they always have a reason for that. Which I'm not here to start deliberating on that. No, that is not the issue. Understand? But what I'm just asking, what I will discuss in this evening is the effect the children, the effect they have when they don't have any father figure. What are the effects? What are the things the children pass through? What is those things that children, that you notice that, yes, the dad is not there. They have a mother. Yes, that's cool. She's there. She's doing everything. She's the mother. She's the uncle. She's everything. She's just doing everything for them. But the child, especially when they have a male child, the male child, they need their father, right? They need their father. There are things that what they need from their father, the mother cannot give them. There are a lot of things the mother cannot give them. Do you understand? That's what we're discussing. Most of you that grew up, when your father is around, you might understand what I'm saying. If you look at it, you understand what I'm talking about. You get me? So that's what we're discussing this evening. You understand that children benefit so much when they have an active dad, right? For real. They benefit a lot when they have an active dad. Especially the male child, in the adolescent age, when they grow even to the teenage stage, they benefit a lot. But most of them that don't have a father present, that don't have an active father, due to, like what I said, separation, divorce, military activities or military duties and related work duties and all that. You understand what I mean? Maybe because of death, something like that. Because of that, they might not have a father figure. They will not have father present. Right? Those kind of people, they miss out a lot. A lot. They miss out a lot. I'm telling you, they miss out a lot. You understand? It definitely has a significant effect on the child, on their behavior, their development, everything. The father and that father and child bond, the bond the father and the child has, it's not going to be there. You are the mother, that is good. You have that relationship as a mother, it's there. Nobody going to take it away. But that's what they call a father and child bond. That is for the father and the child. It might be the daughter, the son, but they have a bond with the father. Do you understand what I mean? Some men, the boys, would like to know what it means to be a man. You're a mother. You cannot tell them that. No matter how you read, the kind of books you read and everything, you cannot tell them that. You cannot even, you don't know because you are not a man. There's no way you're going to tell your son how to be a man. That is there. That is how it is. You can't. Do you understand? That bond, if the father is not present, he's going to miss out from that. Emotionally, especially. He's going to miss out big time from that. So, what are those things? Father and child. Father and son. Father and daughter. The father is not there. What is the effect? How does it affect the child upbringing? How does it affect the child even growing up to teenagehood? How does it affect the child? What are the effects? That's what we're discussing this evening. Because like I said, many homes, especially like in the Western world, right? Yes, many of them. If you check out most kids, they're growing without their father present. And that is very, very, it has a lot of effects in the attitude, having an effect in their behavior, having an effect in their relationships, having an effect in the way they interact with people, the way they behave, the way they see other people. The same, because there's no father figure. Like I said, the mothers are doing wonders. They are doing well. They're trying their best. You understand? But the child needs a father, and the father is not there. Something is missing. That's what we're discussing. All right. The number is open. The line is open. Call one now. I would like you to call. I would like to hear what you think. I would like to hear Your opinion on this. What are the effects? Some people might say that it doesn't matter. It doesn't really matter because, yes, some men, some women, they're taking care of that. They make sure that their children are okay. They eat. They do everything they have to do and all that. That they don't need any man in their life because the mother is providing for them everything. If the man is dead, you have no option. That's the different thing. But if he's alive, why is he not in the boy's life? What is going on? Because he needs a father. He needs a father figure. And that's what we're discussing. What is the effect of that if the father is not there? If you look at some parts of the world, especially like Africa, I always use Africa as a scenario or as an example because that's where I know more. I know much about Africa because that's where I come from. Okay? That's where I grew up. Fathers in Africa, where I grew up, fathers don't usually be absent from their children's life. No matter how irresponsible the man is, he will always stick around. He will always stick around. In what case scenario, his wife will be, his wife might be, she will become a breadwinner. She will do anything to make sure that her husband and her children get fed. In some situations, the man can be separated from his family due to like work, be posted to another city, something like that. And when he goes there, it might be because he's just starting. He doesn't have the money at that moment. He will just go alone just to make sure that everything is okay before he brings the family over to stay with him. Understand? So he's there, but he will always communicate. He will always make sure that his family, okay, the children, they're okay. He will send them money. He will make sure that he send them money all the time for their upkeep. All that is rare sometimes that you see a man abandoning his family. It does not mean that it doesn't happen. I didn't say that it doesn't happen. I said it's rare. Because they're always there. They make sure that they take care of their family. They make sure that their children are taken care of. Their family are taken care of. Like I said to you, some of the men might have issues. Maybe they are not working or they are not getting any money or they are, maybe just put it like that, they're alcoholic or they're irresponsible. Let me just use that word. They're irresponsible. They don't know what they're doing. You understand? Their wife will do what? They will step up. They will do what? They will step up and take care of that family. They will step up and take control of everything. Make sure even the man is safe and the children are taken care of. They don't push them out. They don't push their men out like that. They don't. They know the reason why they don't do that because of what? Their children needs a father figure. No matter how responsible the man is, he's an alcoholic. Okay? Because I'm using alcoholic. I'm using alcohol because that's what mostly people, some men, they always take solace from when they're struggling with hardship, when they lose their job. They always do what? They take solace from alcohol. And the process, they become alcoholic. And that's what most of them jump into. Okay? So most men, you see them, they're irresponsible. They're alcoholic. But their women don't send them away. They don't do that because of something. They have children. And those children, they need their father. Do you understand what I mean? They need their father. There's what they call father figure. The man, his presence alone in the family, understand, is needed. There's something that he's doing on the children. Even only when they said, hey, stop, don't do that. The children will listen compared to their mom when she will say the same thing. That's different because each of them have their own different roles they play in the child's upbringing. They have different roles that they play. You understand? It's quite different from here in the Western world. Here in the Western world, yes, it's different. The culture, the structure, the way the family structure is perceived here, the way the society or the way the family, let's just put it like that, program is structured here, it's quite different. So the way they perceive family, man and a woman, you know what I mean? So that's a quite different stuff. So because of that, many children are missing out from that fatherhood. Many children are missing out from what? Having the experience of growing with their fathers. They are missing out of that. And it's affecting a lot of them. And it's so appalling and it's so painful that it's affecting a lot of black and ethnic minorities here in the West. Understand? So what are the effects? What are the effects of absent fathers? As a father, you have a child, you have a son, especially sons. If you have, because most times, yeah, they say that mothers and their sons, they have bonds. Yes, they always have bonds mostly when they grow. Yeah, the sons are always like attached to their mothers or something like that. But when the son is still a teenager or from kindergarten growing up to the teenage age, they need the guidance. They need to discuss. There are things they need to discuss about their growing up, about how to become a man. That the mother cannot confide in their mother alone, because she gonna tell them what they want to hear based on what the woman perspective. But it's quite different from a man perspective. The way man live, the way their father live, it's quite different. She gonna like explain to them based on the kind of girl, the men she already dated, the men she have friends that she move around with. She will the way she see them, her perception of the men she move around with, or perception of her own brothers, the way they grew. That's what she see. But the man himself has his own experience of life. He has his own way that he will explain to the son way to be a man, which unfortunately the mother can't do. And I know he's quite, he might not agree with what I'm saying, but I'm telling you, as a man, I know what I benefited from my father when I was growing up till today. I know what I benefit. It might be up and down. It might not be the way you wanted it. Because fathers will always be straightforward. They will tell you how it is. There's no cutting corners. There's nothing like, sugarcoating it. Try to make sure that you feel okay. No. Because your father already knows that the world is not fair. What you're going to meet outside there when you leave home is quite different from what you see inside your house or inside your home when you are comfortable. No. So he's going to get you ready, prepare you so that you get ready when you go outside. When you go to school, your mates, they beat you up. When they smack and beat you properly, punch at you, they just cry and come back home. Sometimes, once you leave school, what do you normally do? You clean your hair, you clean it straight away. You will never know, you will never even try to let your father know that you cry, that someone has beat you up and you cry. It will never happen. Do you understand what I mean? Something like that. Those are the things. Because you already know what your father going to tell you. But it's easy because when you're with your mom, what do you expect? You're going to tell straight away, you start crying. I did this, that. What did they normally say? their reactions will be different from the way your father will react. You understand? The effects of absent fathers. That's what we're discussing this evening. Like I said, the line is open. You can call me. You get through. Call me. Let me know. I would like to know what you thought. It's very, very painful when you are the only one. It's very painful when you are the only one in the midst of your friends. They are all discussing about what they did with their father. Some of them, especially when the school's on holiday, children they went on holiday. They come back from holiday. Children they always like to boast. They start telling other kids what they did with their father, where they went with their father. And you are the one out. You are the odd one out. Your father is not there. It's painful. When other kids, they are narrating their story, when they are saying where they went to, what they did with their father, everything. You don't. It's only, you're missing out. It's painful. Because what? There's a big hole. It creates a very big hole. In your life, it creates a very big hole in your life. Many times you see that parents, we do things that we do, just to, I will say, just to be comfortable. Let's put it that way. Without even putting in consideration the children that is in our care, the children that we're taking care of, how they feel. We're thinking, doing things that we are doing just to make, let's just put it, that you're deciding for them, that you're making things difficult. You're making it easy for them, without even thinking about their feelings, their emotions, what they need. I know that some families, there are some relationships, it gets to a stage whereby you cannot sustain. It's difficult to stay together. Yes, I'm not against separation. I'm not against divorce. It's all right. But when you get to that stage, give the children the opportunity to stay with their dad when it's time for them. Instead of many people using that opportunity to, try to get back to the man. And you see some men, many of them, they don't have access to their children. They don't even come close to them. They don't even know how the children are behaving. The women, they are giving them lies and everything, telling them a lot of things just for the children to believe that their dad is abandoned them, or that dad left them. He's not a good man, something like that. At the end of the day, the children, when they grew up, then when they find out what the real story is, then what happens? What do you think is going to happen? Understand? That's what we're discussing this evening. What are the effects of absent fathers? What are the effects? There are good women. I'm talking about exceptional women out there. Those that they have done well. They have raised their children to utmost level. They did everything possible to make sure that the children, they grow with every ability that they needed. The children, they grow to become, the envy of the society. Let's just put it like that. Without a man, the children don't even, most of them, they didn't have father figure. There's no father in their lives. They say the woman, she's a father and a mother, and she grew. There are women like that, exceptional women. I call them exceptional women because they're exception. Do you understand what I mean? They're exception. So those kind of people are there. You understand what I mean? But at the end of the day, if you go close to those children, if you go close to them, when you talk to them, when you ask them what really happened, what is the gap, you realize there's still gap, because they take whatever that happens to their relationships, to their own families. You understand? They feel it. They will still tell you that they miss their dad. They needed. They wish that the man was there, no matter what. Understand? Maybe the man did what? Abandoned them. That is it. Or he left. They just put it like that. Because you can see there are some kids that when their father might leave them when they are 2, 3 years old, sometimes the man doesn't want the child, or he's irresponsible. He doesn't want anything to do with the boy or do with the girl. He just left the mother for only the woman to take care of the kids. Yes. So what I was saying, I said some exceptional women out there understand, but our children, they will still tell you that they lack something when they're growing up. That they wish if they give them the opportunity, they really would like to have. Hello?
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. So please don't be offended. I'm inside the moving vehicle, but
Hello?
hello.
Yeah, hello. Yeah, go on.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah, go on.
Can you?
Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah, go on.
Okay. I said the effects are much. The effects are much.
Okay.
You know, in a family, it's not good for only one person to train up a child. You understand?
Okay.
So in a house they have problem. Let's assuming the man deny the woman. Maybe when you pregnant a woman and you cannot take the responsibilities, you deny the woman and woman manage and give birth to the child. The effects are much. Understand?
Okay.
One, if the baby is growing, the baby will not feel the impact much than when the baby become a teenager.
Uh-huh.
It's when you.
Okay. Like what I say. Okay. It's painful when you are just the one out. You're the one that is odd. That you're with your friends and all of them, they have their father around, and you are the one that is odd out from that group when they are discussing everything they have with their parents and all that, and you just be watching, listening. You don't know what to do. You don't know what to contribute on. It's very difficult. You understand? It's difficult to stand. It's difficult for you to even ascertain. It's difficult for you to comprehend that. You understand? So, like I was saying to you, okay, hello, yeah,
Can you hear me now?
yeah, go on.
So the effects are much. And when the child will feel the effect of, when the child will feel the effect of it is maybe in school when he's playing with his fellow kids, or in the society his age mates.
Mm-hmm.
Understand?
Yeah.
So they can, when others are discussing about their parents, some will, children or teenagers, one will talk about his mom, his dad in school, even in school.
Yeah.
The child in question or the affected child, one will not say anything about his own dad.
Mm-hmm.
So when they ask him, because of that, some of them can make caricature of him.
Mm-hmm.
They can use him as a topic of the day. So the trauma there is too much. The trauma there is too much. So some of them, when such a thing happens to the kids, some of them will come back to the house and start disturbing their mom. Who is my dad? Who is this? Who is this? I want you to tell me. If you didn't tell me this, the child will not have peace.
Okay.
Not have peace at all.
Mm-hmm.
And if the mom did not tell him or console him, the house will not be at peace. You understand?
Okay.
So the effect is much. So in a house, the children need their parents, both father and mother. And in a house, when there is no father, the upbringing of the kids are somehow incomplete, unless, like when you were saying, there are exceptional women. Understand?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, unless you have those exceptional women that can cover the lapses of the father in the house.
Okay.
But if you didn't have such person, no, the children will have the impact. They'll feel the impact much.
Yeah.
Because they can make gesture of them in school, in their community, any place they find themselves. When they ask who is your dad,
Mm-hmm.
Let me use our culture here in Africa,
Mm-hmm.
precisely Nigeria. When you don't know your father, or you don't know your dad, or the person that gave birth to you, you don't have rights in the society. You cannot say, when others are saying, they will not value you because you don't know your dad. They will see you as if I use that word, you can permit me.
Okay.
Use that word, they will see you as a pastor, you understand?
Mm-hmm.
So all those things, all those trauma will not make the person feel bad. So the effect is much on them. So that's my contribution.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Where I am now is not conducive. I've said more, but where I am is not conducive. So I don't want to mix the topic. That's why.
No problem.
Say by all means, I must say something. I'm in a moving vehicle.
All right. No problem.
So maybe you're welcome.
Thank you.
Tomorrow on, I'll participate through.
No problem. Thank you so much. Yes. Yeah. The gentleman was saying that the stigma, especially in Africa, the stigma to the child that the parents or the dad is not present, is not active in the child's life. The stigma is so much that even in schools, other kids will use it as a weapon, to just to mess the boy or mess the girl lives, just to mess them up. They will use it as a weapon, even in the playing ground. They use it as a weapon whenever they are together, just to make a gist or just to make a fun of the child. Do you understand? They sometimes they use the opportunity to ask the child, "Where is his father?" He used the word that most times they refer to children that doesn't have a father, children that their father is not present. They normally use that word in Africa. They call them bastards, something like that, which is horrible. But that's what they do, and the effects is always massive, to the extent that the kids, when they get home, they'll be disturbing their parents, disturbing their mom, that they want to see their father, who is their father, something like that. You understand? So the stigma is so high. Like I said to you, in Africa, just because of the way the society is structured, it's difficult. How will I say to you? It's rare sometimes that you see men abandon their children and their children. Let's put it like that. Abandoning their children, especially married men, abandoning their children just like that. It's quite a little bit difficult. And those that does that, they put in the woman and the children in difficulty, because once even the mother, among her peer groups or among her mates or among her friends, they'll be using that as well as a weapon to tarnish the woman's image. Any little issue, they will start asking the lady, asking the woman, where is your husband? You cannot say anything without your husband present. In the community, they will use it against her. Everywhere. That is where it is in Africa. So, like I said, it's rare, it's difficult for the men to abandon their children just like that, because they're always present. They make sure that do what? They take care of their children. They make sure that they are there to help those children. Like I said, it's not that I didn't say that you cannot find men that abandon. No, I said it's rare. Even those that are irresponsible. I said those that are irresponsible. I'm talking about those alcoholics, drug addicts, something like that. Their women don't send them away. They will still manage to provide for them, make sure that they take care of their husbands and their children. Because of what? The stigma. Like what he said here, the stigma, the way the society will see them and all that. And two, because of the children, they need their father figure. They need a father figure. They need their father present. Their father being in that house, it has what a vital role that is playing in that house, just being present. No matter how irresponsible the man is a very, very good role that is in here. There's something that he's doing in that house. Just staying in that house. You understand? You know, that's what we're discussing this evening. It's something that a lot of people neglect a lot. But ask many children, they will explain to you what they're passing through. Those that didn't grow up with their father present, ask them. They will tell you the void that no one's going to feel it, because they miss that bond they're supposed to have with their father. They miss it. And once you miss that, you can never get it back, no matter what. Sometimes you find out that some teenagers, when they grew, when they were still young, getting to their teenage age, their father is not there. They're trying to figure out what it is to be a man. I'm talking about the male child. They're still figuring out what it is to be a man, which, like I said to you, their mothers cannot help them on that. They can't. And because of that, you find out that some of them, they will do what? They will just look for a woman, a girlfriend, just to jump in straight times. They will feel in that once they get a girlfriend quick, or they have a woman in their life, they become a man immediately. No. And they realize that they don't know what they're doing. They cannot even understand how it is to keep a relationship, how it is to talk to the woman, how it is to behave with the woman, because they don't know what it is to be a man. Do you understand what I'm saying? And that is the problem. There are some kids that you see that, yes, 2 years, 3 years, their father left them, abandoned them there. They just grow with their mom only. Understand? He's not there. He didn't take them to football. He didn't take them to swimming. He didn't take them out. He didn't go out with them. There's no talk, father. There's no relationship with it. That father, there's no man in their life. When they grow, 16, 17, 18, you see them, they're looking for their father through where? Social media. They're looking for their parent, their father through social media. Facebook, Instagram. They're trying to figure out he is their father, because they still need someone. They need their father. You know what I mean? So it's difficult. It's very, very difficult. It's something that if you have not experienced that, you might not understand. If you grow up in a family where you still have two parents, you might not understand what it is. You might not understand what is going on. Most times the people take that for granted. They take it for granted because the mom is there, their dad is there, they see them every day. That is it. There are some people that are not in that situation. And those people, I'm not saying that all of them that are complaining. There are some people, like I said, there are some women that are exceptional. There are some men that still have a custody of their children. they live an exceptional life. They're training them perfectly. You understand? Someone who might say to me that, yes, but it's not every man. There are some men, it's not only because he's the biological father that makes him man. Maybe the man is not there. I might have a the child might have a stepson, a stepfather, something like that, or someone that's going to be there for this, the son, the child, or something like that. It's going to be like a father figure to the child. Okay? That's all right. But the boy will still look for his father. No matter how he is, he will still look for his father. That is it. He will still look for his father. That's the way it goes. You understand? So it's something, it's a topic that many people trying to avoid because it's a little bit emotional, and it's something that affect people psychologically as well. You understand? So most people don't really like to discuss. They don't really like to talk about it. You understand? They don't really like to talk about it. They will not like to tell you most about their feelings. They will not like to tell you what they're going through. You understand? You know, what I'm saying is this. I will just put it this way. It doesn't matter how, if the mother or the father is present or whoever that is there. Once the child is happy and is being taken good care of on a daily basis, whether it's a stepdad or stepmom, whether it's staying with uncles or staying with grandpa or whoever is staying with, once the child is happy and being raised perfectly fine, that is okay. But if there's an opportunity that the child supposed to use, opportunity that he or she have the opportunity to have their father in their lives, experience what it means to have a father, why not give it to them? Why not allow them to experience that? Do your part. Let them enjoy that father relationship with the child. Let them enjoy it. Let the children enjoy that, so that they will not blame you tomorrow when they grow up, so that they will not, start misbehaving in their own relationship because of the things, the trauma that they passed through when they were still kids. Allow them to have access to their father. Let them enjoy their father bond. Let them enjoy their father presence. Let them have the opportunity, to experience what it is to be a father. Let them experience that. Understand? Let your son ask the dad questions. There are questions sons ask their dad. They don't ask their mom. The same with their daughters. There are questions they ask their dad. The mom cannot answer those kind of questions. Let them experience those kind of things. Let them ask questions. Let them have their father around them. If they have opportunity to do that, if you have opportunity to allow them to do that, if the children have opportunity to be under or care of the father, let them, don't deny them that, because it will still come back to haunt you tomorrow. This is what we did discussing this evening. If it's this first time you're coming across Wano on Facebook or something like that, we are live on Wano YouTube channel. We are live on Wano Twitter. That's Wano_JJ. We are live there. You understand? We are live on Wano Facebook. If it's the first time you're coming across, please don't forget to subscribe to Wano YouTube. Also, don't forget to follow us on Twitter. I'm just going to try to round up. Okay. We're going to finish this program tomorrow. We're going to conclude on the topic we're discussing tomorrow evening. I would like you to tune in again. Tomorrow evening, we're going to discuss about what are the roles of a father in a family. What are the roles? What are those things that fathers do in the children's life? That's what we're going to discuss tomorrow. And I would like you to tune in, share this program, talk to your friends, let them know about this program. Because the more that you call, the more you comment, the more you contribute to the program, the more we all learn. We keep on learning from it. You understand? It's not about me, it's about you, the listeners. Thank you, and I'll see you tomorrow. Remain blessed.